high-profile convictions. Individuals have been alleged to use the pandemic response as a conduit to divert funds. This needs to be addressed. Weakness 7, Twitter ban, shrinking civic space and intimidation of human rights defenders. This final weakness, which is very important, relates to the shrinking civic space and clampdown on freedom of speech. The theme for the 2021 CPI by Transparency International beams the searchlight on human rights and democracy under attack. The arbitrary and illogical decision of the Nigerian government to ban Twitter on the 5th of June 2021 for about 7 months stands condemned. While this ban has been lifted just recently, Nigeria is still suffering from the consequences of the ban. According to Civicus Monitor, Nigeria's civic space is repressed. On the Freedom House's Freedom in the World 2021 report, Nigeria recorded a decline with a score of 45 out of 100, from a score of 47 in 2022 and 50 in 2019. With 0 being not free and 100 being very free. The tale is further gloomy when one considers the World Press Freedom Index released in 2021 by Reporters Without Borders, which describes Nigeria as one of the West Africa's most dangerous and difficult countries for journalists. On this index, Nigeria also ranked worse at 120 out of 180, as against a rank of 115 in the previous index. The intimidation of human rights defenders stands to be strongly condemned. We hold that corruption enables human rights abuses and corruption thrives when human rights defenders are silenced. Hence, the Nigerian government must retrace its steps from this dangerous decline and infringement on the fundamental human rights of citizens as enshrined by the Constitution.
Witness 1, it speaks of the damning audit report and that the non-compliance and internal control weaknesses issues of the ministries, departments, and agencies MDA's report for 2019 published by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation in November 2021 has left Nigerians in awe. Understandably so, if you ask. The level of financial recklessness and abuse of budgetary processes and failures of the various NDAs in following due process of appropriation is very disturbing, to say the least. For example, the Auditor General of the Federation revealed that in that report, I'm referring to the 2019 report, reveals that the sum of 49 billion naira was spent by 9 ministries, departments, and agencies without appropriation by the National Assembly. The report is a public document, by the way, and it can be accessed on the website of the Auditor General. Of course, this is a gross violation of Section 80, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Recent revelations made on 17th January 22 by one of our partners, civil society organizations in Nigeria, Budget, on duplication of projects in the 2022 budget do less to palliate the pandemic corruption currently experienced despite a rising unemployment rate of 33%. And it's worthy of note that the President appointed the Auditor General of the Federation, or rather appoint the Auditor General of the Federation under Section 85 to 87 of the 1999 Constitution. And also the National Assembly is empowered statutorily to investigate the findings of the report and to make recommendations to it. But it would appear that there is little or no progress made in that regard, either in the investigations, which is very slow. I believe the Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly is presently looking at the 2016 or 2017 audit report, and neither is there been any significant progress in the outcomes of these investigations as well. To speak of the second weakness, weakness 2, identified in this report, it talks of the security sector corruption, which I believe should be of concern to everyone. The systemic corruption in the Nigerian police force has sadly continued unabated, and with the police at the front line of Nigeria's criminal justice system with enormous powers to investigate and prosecute crimes. This weakness puts the country in a bad light, and this appears not to have improved in any way, even with the passage of the new Police Act. As a matter of fact, the police was indicted by the Auditor General of the Federation's report, where the report stated, that's the report 2019 report released in November 2021, and it stated that 178,459 arms and ammunition are missing from the armory of the Nigerian police force without trace. Of this figure, according to the report of the Auditor General, 88,078 are AK-47 assault rifles, and 3,907 are assorted rifles and pistols. And these may not necessarily be categorized as small and light arms. For context, these arms are enough to arm a force equivalent